Woke up and saw the news today. I grabbed my coffee and I'm on my way. Oh, hey.
I'm Wendy Baxter. I work in the COCO at colleges 9 and 10. And I've had the privilege and honor of working with all 15 years of practical activism planners.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here at the 15th Annual Practical Activism Conference. Yeah!
So what made you want to start practical activism?
Well, it's interesting because we were thinking about opening the two new colleges, College 9 and College 10, which opened in the year 2000 and 2002 respectively. And I felt that something that would be really powerful is to have a fall program that was very student generated and student rich with content that modeled engagement, that modeled activism around our themes, and that really helped to set a culture in the colleges of engagement and action. So I just remember imagining this thing, and then all of a sudden the year College 10 joined, we had the full funding and we were able to open up the COCO. And so we had the opportunity to gather a group of students that first year. There were 13 students the first year, and they worked together and pulled off this beautiful conference, and we got hundreds of people that first year. And I felt like, oh my heavens, this was great. We should do this every year. That's a good idea. So, it kept growing from there, and I really feel like it achieves that goal of really having students model the engagement and really bring the themes to life for other students.
Okay, been around the world from the Bay to Bangalore, Copenhagen to Cape Town, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Japan, and many places in between.
Hi, my name is Kelly Figueroa, and I am a co-lead coordinator. I'm so grateful for all the hard work. It never went unnoticed. So I'm just really, really proud, and I can't wait to y'all to just have this feeling when it's over. So, yeah. What does practical activism mean to me? To me, it's just a great way to educate folks that usually don't know about these social justice issues. Personally, I have family members who don't think these things are real or these issues exist. And it's just amazing to me that, some people really believe that. And so when they come to our conference and they get to learn about topics that they feel interested about, they're just so surprised that this is going on currently in our world. So I just love PAC for that aspect, that it just teaches people about things that they literally had no idea about.
Hi, my name is Rabiah Almajid. You can call me Bia, and I am the co-lead coordinator for practical activism. We're trying to educate folks on social justice issues. That's why we're doing this. We're trying to spread the knowledge, spread the love. And thank you for doing that, because not many people are doing this, but we are. So thank you. Here at UC Santa Cruz, lots of times we have conversations about different social justice issues, but that's about it. It's just a conversation, and people don't provide us tools on what we could do about these issues. But what makes this conference different is that these student planners are providing the audience tools that they could use to actually do something with that social issue. And it's so meaningful for me that people can actually do something, because when we're learning about all these different issues, it's it gets built up within us, and we're kind of resentful towards certain things because we're learning about systems of oppression and subordinate groups and everything. So I just feel like we have to do something with what we learn, and in order for us to make social change, we need these practical tools, and that's what's so beautiful about practical activism. Shout out to all the student planners wearing the burgundy shirts. Y'all did good. Thank you.
Hello, y'all. I joined practical activism mainly last year just because a lot of my friends were doing it, and I heard it's a really good conference to get involved in, and meet other people who have certain goals such as social justice and community, and building that and creating a large-scale event that many people attend.
Everywhere that I've been and all the people that I've met, I see them challenging oppression with expression. We don't just write verses, we write universes. Sweet sounds, bittersweet round.
Why did you join Practical Activism?
Well, basically, I joined Practical Activism because I wanted to be more involved on campus and get involved with social justice and see what I could do to make a difference.
Practical activism is extremely important to me, especially for my community back home. My family in particular was raised with super old-fashioned ideals, and it's really important for me to show them like what is social justice and why it's so important to fight for these issues, especially in the United States' current political climate.
For me, practical activism is a platform for me to use my voice and talk about the social injustices that's going on in the world right now. It's really a way for me to get involved on campus and just educate and help people learn more about what needs to be talked about even.
Run for miles as baby cry tears like Niles, estuaries. This a flow from my.
I joined Practical Activism because I heard from past student leaders that it was a great experience to learn more about social justice issues in a way to get involved also within the college. And something that I've learned from Practical Activism was that you get to basically apply what you learn right on the spot, and that's something that I really enjoyed. Like, in classrooms you get to learn like the concepts and the theories, but in practical activism you get to like legit apply it. So
sweet sounds, bittersweet round. Keep it nomadic, cause I'm so down. Yeah. Sweet sounds, bittersweet.
I was able to attend last year's Practical Activism conference, and I saw how cool it was that there were all these people my age that were like going up and presenting things about like things they really cared about and wanted other people to know about and do something about. And I thought, hey, why not like also do it like this next year? And so I saw that they were taking workshop proposals, and so I submitted a workshop proposal about like international LGBTQI plus issues, and I was able to co-facilitate a workshop about it, which is really cool. Yeah.
What were some of the reasons behind bringing Zahra Billoo and Porsche Kelly?
I have heard Zahra Billoo. We've had her at UCSC to speak several times, and I've always thought she was really powerful. Then during the inauguration march, the Women's March in January of this year, I heard her, saw her speak.
When Muslims are harassed by the FBI, when our LGBTQ friends are attacked in hate crimes, when our black brothers and sisters are gunned down by police officers, when what is left of native land continues to be stolen, and when undocumented individuals among us are targeted, my heart hurts. We all hurt, but we are also fired up.
I thought, oh my heavens, she'd be an incredible keynote for practical activism. And just what she was saying had such a positive message of inter-community advocacy and co-conspiracy, and really so powerful, many of the key issues of our time. And I mentioned it, we were throwing out ideas, and Bia knows Zahra Billoo's work well, and they both thought that sounded great, and they reached out to her. And it was the earliest keynote we've ever had confirmed in a practical activism in 15 years. She said yes right away, and we were thrilled. So
we know that when we sue, when we march, when we unite, we win. So this week, we celebrate that despite this country's racist, sexist history, that there are more of us than there are Breitbart readers. That we are young and we are energized, and that we know and we do win over and over again.
From there, Bia and Kelly went on to research different spoken word artists who we felt would be complementary, and they stumbled upon Porsche Kelly through that research that they were doing, watching different YouTubes and and researching sort of general Bay Area artists.
My name is Porsche Kelly, aka The Poetic Activist. I'm a spoken word artist from Oakland, and practical activism is such an amazing thing. Practical activism to me means being active with just social justice issues, getting out in the world and not just sitting at home and, yelling at the TV about the issues, but getting out there, being on the forefront, putting forth the things that you can do to help make change.
Welcome to 2017, where the American dream is no longer a white picket fence with a nice green lawn, but instead a prayer that a segregating wall will not be built, that the leaves hanging from trees of culture and diversity will not wilt, that the hopes of those whose skin color make them the minority will not be thrown to the fire and burned alive. I've seen many tears cried by grown men and grown women, biting their nails in fear that their mommies and daddies will be taken away, cut from the family picture, sent to the corner, and put on time out.
Practical activism has really been great. It's been a great eye-opener. First of all, when I first heard about this, I was so excited because I personally haven't seen things like this. I've never heard of like a conference centered around activism at a school. And so for like college and young people and students coming out together and talking about real issues, you could be talking about anything in the world, doing whatever, but they're really taking the time to come together and talk about real life issues and how we can move forward as a society and what it means to be unified and things like that. And so when I was invited to come here, it was an automatic yes. There was no way I was turning this down. It's just great to be in this atmosphere of people who are just all about how can we progress as people, how can we link together and move forward in this society. Even with all the bad things happening, you see people coming together, and as one of the speakers talked about today, it's really all about us being all in it together and seeing our struggles as interconnected. And so practical activism has been the best thing that I've actually been to in quite a while, and I would love to come back.